Keystone Springdale 293 RK here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. I've always loved this model. I've always been very partial to rear kitchens, but this video isn't about what I like. It's about the things that make Springdale kind of unique and desirable. There's so many travel trailers out there. There's more now than ever before. So, you know, why Springdale? Why is it a top 5 brand? Why is it one of the best-selling travel trailers out there? Those are the things I want to hit on in this video. Because every trailer is the best for a different reason. So you need to find out what makes this the best in its own unique way and decide if that's the kind of qualities that you want to invest your money in. Now, Springdale's always been really cutting edge, even for an affordable starter point class. I don't know if the light's going to cooperate here, but you can kind of see, there you go. This has speakers built right into the awning. And notice where they're pointing. They're pointing down at your campsite. They're not pointing out at the neighbor's campsite. That's the only problem with speakers mounted way up high here against the side of the trailer. Is the only guy that can hear him is the neighbor, unless you crank it way up, and then he doesn't like you. They're right on the cutting edge here with a new type of adjustable awning. You see how hard that is. One hand, and you can easily put, I don't know, like a pretty close to 16-inch pitch on your awning. More than enough to get some really good rain runoff. And then, when you're done, right back up just as easy. You see that we have the nicer LED lights built right into the base of the awning here, and they're C-channeled in. They're not glued on the side, so that when the trailer gets warm, it's not going to peel off. Now, speaking of the trailer getting warm, do you see how these aluminum bands at the top here are thinner than the rest of the trailer? That is to actively fight heat expansion. When this trailer gets blasted by the sun, these aluminum panels want to swell, just like anything. So, they put thinner bands at the top so it doesn't stress your roof and is one less potential for leak failure. And it's that kind of brilliant engineering that really doesn't cost anymore. It's just smarter engineering that you know, increases your value and your usability and your enjoyment on a Springdale over time. Stuff like this. Just super easy to use outdoor TV station right here. If you look around, what's cool about it is you notice the entire swing arm removes from the inside, so the entire TV and swing arm float between inside and outside. Now, this is another thing I've always liked from Springdale, is the Do More Dinette. That's their name for it. Long story short, it's a freestanding elliptical base dining table, you know, primarily intended for use in your booth, but you can fold it down, use it like a coffee table in front of the sofa, use it outside here. There's all kinds of different uses you can have for this thing. Obviously, the aluminum wheels look awesome, but notice that they're set really far apart. That's for added stability at higher speeds. The yellow octagon here, that's the correct track alignment system. If you feel like the trailer is dog tracking a little bit, you know, facilities like here at Haylett, but multiple facilities can easily, quickly laser guide this thing and quickly adjust your suspension so that you're always towing straight. You're not going to get premature tire wear and tear, anything like that. You see the underbelly here is enclosed. Here in the Midwest, you know, your camping season can be quite limited, so anything you can do to extend that is fantastic. Now, things like power awnings, power tongue jacks, it seems like everybody has those nowadays, so you have to almost kind of investigate what kind of quality of appliances going into this. At Springdale, you get some nicer appliances. You get the nicer Lippert tongue jack. It's a huge name it's one of the primary players in parts and service in the RV industry. We've upgraded this to 30-pound propane tanks, and actually, while I'm saying upgrade, one thing I want to mention, you will see options, upgrades, extra features, maybe a different fabric color scheme in the photo tour from what you're seeing in this video. This video is not intended to be the trailer you're taking home, though it could be. It's really more here as stock footage to show you what a 293 Springdale is laid out like, and kind of the reason Springdale's a sharp brand. Back here, I do want to point out, it seems like a small thing, but your stovetop hood does vent outside. And you're thinking, yeah, so don't they all do that? No, they don't. You need to really start paying attention to detail stuff like that, because if you start cooking in your camper and that does not actually vent outside, you're just going to build up heat in your trailer and you're going to be sweating to death inside there. Let's hop inside. Although before we do, one of my other favorite features, notice there's no door holdback. There's no plastic hinge that, you know, the kids always rip off. Instead, this door is friction sprung. It actively fights movement. Watch this. You can throw it. You can smack it. It won't hit the side of your trailer. You can heave this thing and it won't slap shut. That's because this entire hinge system here is designed to actively prevent additional movement. It's not hard to move, obviously, but it's designed to fight like gusty winds. And because it doesn't have that hold back, you can put it right flush against the side of the trailer. I like that. And they placed the awning arms, they extended the awning arms here so that you don't hit the awning arms with the door. Again, there's really intelligent engineering that goes into these Springdales. Let's hop inside. As long as we're talking about engineering, let's talk about the floor, because a good structure starts at the floor. This has essentially one-piece flooring. In a longer floor plan like this, there is only one seam. They use a product called Dynaspan. It comes in like 24-foot lengths, so this entire floor in the living room is one piece. It cannot squeak, moan, groan. Two little boards can't jut up on top of one another when you're bouncing down the road. It's 50% stronger than plywood. It costs a little bit more. It's a smarter product though. So in a floor plan like this that's more than 24 feet, the only time you're going to have a seam is like in a low traffic area right here where there's a lot of construction on top of it. Notice that we do have central floor heating, central roof air. You know, in this class, at these dollars, you don't always get both of those things. However, one thing no one else can match in a wood frame travel trailer is the domed interior headliner. The interior headliner is vaulted. It's 7 foot tall at the pinnacle. That's more room in your headroom in the cabinets, in the shower. If this was a bunk model, there'd be more room there. And that's a nice, that's only on the East Coast production Springdale. So it's a very unique feature. But once you're in one, you're just like, holy cow, what a difference. Remember, your fabrics can look a little bit different from model to model. I don't remember the name of this color scheme offhand. There's just too many of them. I can't keep them straight anymore. When you see a sofa like this, it's a fully upgraded memory foam hide-a-bed. Not an air bed, not a jackknife sofa. Far nicer. You can actually sleep 2 adults on there. And notice the big windows in this thing. We have some big honking windows in this sucker, even on the sides of the slide here. You see these 2 windows open for huge ventilation, and they are jowlessy windows. The window pane flips out, and that allows you to continue to get airflow in the rain. Now, everyone goes crazy over rear living room models where you have the 2 chairs with a big window behind them. Well, they like to do that because you get lots of light in here, and it's a great idea. Problem with the rear living room is normally that window is against the back wall. So all you're facing is the other trailer behind you. With a rear kitchen, you get the same window, the same chairs. However, you're looking out at your campsite. You're looking under your awning, watching the grandkids, looking at your fire. You know, you're looking at what matters, not the back of the trailer behind you. Sometimes we will upgrade the air conditioner to a 15,000 instead of a 13.5 for extra air power. You know, again, I say sometimes. Always double check your options list and your upgrade list. This refrigerator is a larger 7 cubic foot refrigerator freezer, not a standard 6 cubic foot fridge. 17% bigger. It means an extra day or 2 on your campsite without having to go to the grocery store. Now, I've always liked rear kitchens because you get more countertops and more cabinet space than anything else in this class. And if anyone's ever hosted any kind of get-together party, whatever phrase you want to use at your house, everybody knows the party ends in the kitchen because this is where the refrigerator's at. This is where the blender and the mixer are. And these floor plans are awesome for like semi-permanent or seasonal sites because you get all those windows, you know, you can look at the lake and the surroundings. Your heavy use doors, like here in the kitchen, they bulk up a little bit for extra use. But even the standard doors you find everywhere else, that door's job is to keep stuff in it. I'm pretty sure that door is going to keep stuff in it as well as that door. These doors just tend to get more use and abuse. You're going to find extra power outlets all over the place in here. Really nice in the kitchen because like you could have a griddle here, but that's also right next to where you could have a phone charging. And they're really sweet about putting these huge sinks into Springdale so you can actually clean big stuff. So we have a pair of big drawers right here, all plywood constructed, and then we have like bigger drawers down here just for your big stuff. You know, you can never have enough storage, but it is nice to try. I'm going to flip you around here real quick. Speaking of charging, right between your big primary seating areas in the super slide, they do put a little charging station for things like phones and tablets. The TV is obviously outside right now, but that would go right here whenever it is opted into the trailer, which I don't know that we ever would not do that for anything in stock, but I always want to have you double check. Now, one cool thing they are doing here is this Bluetooth sound bar. rather than a normal stereo system. It gives you better quality sound. It's Bluetooth enabled. You can get all kinds of streaming options with it. It's a great entertainment feature. It's also, you know, easy to access. You can reach the back of it. A built-in DVD player is a little tricky to get to the plugs in the back. When I say a little tricky, you have to basically take a wall panel off. So, yeah, pretty tricky. All right, right when you walk in is the bathroom. You do not have to put the slide out to get to this bathroom. And notice all of the leg room here. Let me show you. I'm 6'3". I got long legs, and I can totally extend my feet out, never touch anything. We have a fifth wheel shower in a travel trailer, which is extremely nice. And because it is extra tall, unless you're very tall, you're not going to bump your head in there thanks to this radius roof. And we do have a place for towels in the bathroom, which so many trailers miss out on. And again, nicer stuff. Porcelain foot flush stool. And this is in a good family class, like maybe starter point type trailer. And you still get nicer features like that. The bedroom, very rank and file, but very functional. There are nice little touches they put in here. I like the fact that this is an accent colored wall, just like the rear wall in the kitchen, just adds that feeling of depth and opens it up a little bit visually. Now there is storage below the bed, but what I wanted to talk about in here is the fact that both sides of the bed have these bed stands with drawers and power outlets. And the outlet is right up next to your head. So folks with CPAP machines, breathe easy at night, sleep well, because you're going to be able to plug your machine in and have plenty of extra like hose room and whatnot. It's not going to try to strangle and choke you. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care, stay safe, happy camping.